and a robotic support bit going down. So very late Reavers, I guess. Nowadays, in a PvP, we'd expect to see Reavers coming out much sooner than Templar, and transition into Templar tech thereafter. But I guess in this game, the Reavers are going to come late, and we'll see what they get used for. Island expansion here, the Chalrenge is going to try to pick up, and that will put him at 3 bases. I'm still not sure whether... TheRock definitely has vision on both the top right and top left corners. I'm not sure if he's put down expansions there yet. But very well defended at both points with a combination of zealots and cannons. And that probe is trying to put down the Nexus, I think, but that DT is blocking it. So he's going to realize the DT is there probably and go try to snipe it. Observer for TheRock getting the scout on Chalrenge's base. And now Chalrenge is going in behind for some sort of harassment. We'll see what it is. It looks like it got scouted out. There are zealots running back there to intercept it. And it looks like a DT dropped out, maybe? Now going back there, sees that probe. He's going to drop out the DT and take it out. And the shuttle's heading somewhere, heading towards TheRock's main. I don't know if it has anything in it. It may try to pick up that other DT for some reason, just to save it, maybe. But we'll see. Right now, Chalrenge has a DT stranded in both of TheRock spaces. Flying over the top island expansion, if he's really daring, he might try to claim that, but I don't know if he will. That DT finally getting cleared out. And the shuttle still hovering at the 12 o'clock position. Chalrenge has done a good job of denying bases to TheRock in those back locations. So now he is going to take an economically 3 bases to 2. I think I'm finally right about that. And cannons warping in there. Meanwhile, he has dropped a DT there off of the island just to deny that expansion too. So TheRock can now claim his natural inside his main, and we'll see if he's done that. But he's got to do something quick to even things up economically with Chalrenge, who is just a little bit ahead at the moment. TheRock does have a decent-sized force out on the ground, and Chalrenge has a decent-sized force inside his base. He's trapped one of his Dragoons in, and is trying to take down a cannon, I think, to either just to get that Dragoon out and to let other units from that gateway get out, or to speed up his mining, or both. Coming close to mining out his main, actually, and TheRock probably is too. So I'd imagine that we'll see them trying to pick up additional bases, which they both can do relatively easily, I think. Pylon going down inside the bottom right position. I think that's Chalrenge's pylon, so he might just be trying to get cannons in there as part of taking the base. It's an odd location with the pylon. We'll see. Oh, storm drop! Brilliant storm drop for TheRock, killing a lot of probes. The probes on the left side are pulled out, but 2 storms on the right side take out a lot of Templar. The Templar do go down to the cannons, but they've killed probably a dozen of Chalrenge's probes. So great harassment there, and it looks like there was well, let's see, 3 shuttles of Chalrenge's now going out. It looks like he has speed upgrade for those shuttles. He's going to go for counter-harass of his own at the top right base. So, very, very wild game here. Lots of harassment, and multiple shuttle harassment too, which is somewhat unusual. Holding tight at the 3 o'clock position for the moment, but it looks like he's moving in now. And you can see Chalrenge's DT is moving in there too, and it's not harassment. He's trying to take out the base entirely. Brilliant storm drops, killing lots of TheRock's probes, and he's going to take out those cannons and may be able to take out the Nexus. We'll see. He's got that DT in there. TheRock is moving forces up as quickly as he can. Lots and lots and lots of Dragoons. We'll see if they're there in time to save the Nexus. It looks like the Nexus will probably go down. Yes, the Nexus goes down, so great job by Chalrenge. Very efficient use of those forces. And TheRock has been denied that base. I hope for his sake, and it looks like he has finally put up, he's put up that back natural shuttle there, looking like it's going to harass, but there's a couple of cannons down, so we'll see how effective that is. He does drop out a High Templar, and wow, another great storm. And both players have been just doing excellent storm drops. The shuttle does go down, but TheRock's economy has taken a pretty serious hit at this point. He's putting that Nexus back up. Meanwhile, it looks like maybe that was TheRock's pylon, and Chalrenge's Zealot scouted it out. It could be that TheRock had just positioned that there to wait for when the expansion actually did go up for Chalrenge, and then cannon in the back or something. But I'm not sure. Forces meeting out in the middle, those few zealots that Chalrenge sent over to clear out the bottom right are being intercepted by a much larger force. And TheRock does have map control and the larger army, it looks like, even though he has lost all those probes to harassment. And he's got a lot of defenses up at that island, and it looks like the harassment is going to be warded away. Oh, the shuttle's intercepting a lot of probes in transition. Oh, and TheRock is going to just suicide the shuttle in for another storm drop. Takes out a lot of probes. And again, on the more so on the right side than on the left side. Meanwhile, Chalrenge has 3 shuttles moving in for another attack on this back natural, and the probes are running very quickly. TheRock has great reaction time there. But he's dropped a lot of zealots too, so he's going to try to take out some of these cannons. Great storm on the ramp. With all these Templar that were going to be storming the probes, he can do a lot of damage to these forces trying to push down this very narrow ramp into the natural. Wow, a lot of probes clustered around that last piece of that last mineral cluster there, and again, Chalrenge is doing just a fantastic job of putting the economic pressure on. Not very few probes left for TheRock, and he's been harassed at every base he's tried to put up now. So another shuttle heading in. So Chalrenge is just hitting TheRock everywhere. Gateway going down at that bottom right location. I think he is going to try to claim that base, but he has to be sort of circumspect because TheRock does have map control and does have the larger army. I'm not sure how TheRock still does have the larger army given the number of blows to his economy he's sustained. But now TheRock is getting wise to this, and he does pull his probes very quickly this time. So despite a good effort at harassment by Chalrenge, it doesn't end up going anywhere. He does save the Templar though. Running those probes a little bit further than he needs to, but TheRock's going to send them back now. Better too late than too early. A lot of pro players seem to, for whatever reason, send their workers back much earlier than they should when they think they've cleared out the Templar or the Reaver or whatever is in there harassing them, and end up getting blown to hell on the second try when they realize that the Templar is still there. TheRock is not going to lose probes that way. A lot of probes being transferred by Chalrenge to that island base, and meanwhile, a DT for TheRock has discovered that pylon in the bottom right with the gateway and is hacking away at it. So neither player has managed to claim the bottom right. TheRock is still ahead in map control for sure, and he might claim that 4th base, which would put him ahead. Well, not necessarily ahead economically because he's lost so many probes, but and another great storm drop. Wow, and probably more than 10 probes there, and yet another, and just dropping Archons out this time with a couple of High Templar. Not going to be able to get the probes, but does take down a cannon, and a couple Zealots there too will be able to take down this Archon. And now he's going to focus on the Nexus. We'll see whether he can take that Nexus down. That ramp doesn't allow a lot of Rock's forces to get down at once, and a storm going off. I think that was the Rock storm on those Archons, but the Nexus does go down, so yet another base. Chalrenge has successfully denied to TheRock. So TheRock is now, again, back on 2 bases. We'll see whether that top right base gets going soon. The Chalrenge looks very self-satisfied at the moment. He still hasn't pushed out with his main army, but at the moment it doesn't look like he needs to because he's been doing such an effective job of harassment without ever venturing outside of his base with that main force. Trying to claim the 9 o'clock position, and that's going to be shut down. See, this is the problem with Chalrenge's strategy. He can do all sorts of damage to TheRock, but it doesn't matter if he can't get his own bases up and running because he can't move outside his base. Oh, wow, and the first harass there failed and was warded away, but then he comes back, and this time TheRock isn't as attentive and loses a whole bunch of probes. Oh, that shuttle's going to be caught out. The shuttle does go down. So TheRock has sunk a significant number of resources into Templar and shuttles that have ended up being killed. He now has a large army inside his base. He's killing off that Citadel Vadoon, which is useless once he's got a Templar Archives and Zealot legs up. And he's going to move out of his base. I think, at least, it seems like there's red units streaming out, and TheRock is right there with a force, but he doesn't have his army concentrated, so the small force of TheRock that's down here is going to be wiped out if it tries to engage. TheRock's bringing more forces down, though. He has another army, and he's going to pincer Chalrenge, and Chalrenge does not have the forces to hold this. Chalrenge is going to be forced back into his base with significant losses. So Chalrenge had a big army, but it can't get down the ramp fast enough. He probably has more troops back in his base. But this is the problem for Protoss players in this kind of situation. Getting down a ramp is so hard with a large army. It takes so long that if your opponent has their full army massed at the bottom of a ramp, you're going to be basically stuck in your base, and you're going to be forced to go for this heavy harassment strategy. So Chalrenge just lost a lot of forces, and TheRock, for all the damage he's taken, seems to be ahead in this game. He has 6 Archons and a pair of, or 6 Archons and a lot of Dragoons, and Chalrenge has mined out his main. It looks like he's mining out his back secondary, and